there's never a fight on and you're not there.
I wish. I have missed a few over the years, unfortunately, but yeah, no, this is my passion, my obsession, the three ex-wives call it. So yeah, it is what it is, yeah. And I am who I am, and it's because of martial arts, so I've got to thank them for that.
Exactly. And we called in and had a look at the kids. You've got a great kids program going.
Yeah, it is good. So we are, as far as the kids program goes, we're looking at doing the IMMAF, following their requirements for the coaching courses. And what we're doing there is trying to implement just the stand-up side of it. We've got a jiu-jitsu instructor coming into Sambukai next year. And he's going to be Chris Heke, who's an absolute master at what he does. So he's going to be helping, and we're going to be introducing Sambukai MMA. So a couple of the kickboxers have already done MMA fights with varying degrees of success, but we want to push that element as well.
Tell us if you've got a highlight for 2022.
Oh yeah, there's lots. For me personally, this year, but last year, Fergus Jenkins. I mean, you can look at Israel and Pereira. Yeah, Israel lost, and he did, but he had won that fight hands down up until that point. But that's the fight game. It's exactly as we said it. Anything can happen right up to the final bell. Yeah, I feel for Izzy on that. Is he going to win the rematch? Yes, I believe, 100%. I believe he will. His fight IQ is just that much higher than Pereira's, but Pereira can put a stop to any plan at any time. All he's got to do is touch you, and he proved that. In saying that, Israel didn't go down, he didn't go out. Israel made a very good comment about bring back Steve Mazzagatti, who was known to let fights go on too long. I would have let that fight go, and I would have. And no disrespect to Mark Goddard, because he's one of my mentors, and I look up to him. But I know Izzy. It's the same as and I think you guys filmed it, the Chopper Chapman fight with one of the Thai champions, and Chopper got cut open in the first round, and I let it go, and I had people by the third round screaming, stop the fight. He was bleeding, it was a mess, and Chopper comes back and knocks him out with an elbow in the last round, and it was a clean knockout. The guy was unconscious, fell face forward down, and literally had to be carried out of the ring. And I look at it from a officiating perspective, and I go, thank you, Chopper, because you saved me all the conflict with everybody else. Izzy can do that sort of stuff, and I know he can, but would I have stopped it? No, not at that point. Maybe I would have a few shots later, but Mark Goddard's looking after him. He's not intelligently defending himself, and this is the thing that we work on. If a fighter is not intelligently defending themselves, then it is cause for the referee to jump in and stop it. We are not there to protect the fighters. That's a fallacy, and some stupid American TV commentator said that in a boxing commentary, and it's rubbish. If we were there to protect the fighters, we wouldn't let them hit each other in the first place. So it's a fight, and they're getting paid millions of dollars for it. Pereira probably wasn't, but Izzy was. Then yeah, let the man go out on his shield. If I thought that he was getting hurt and he couldn't recover properly and he couldn't fight back properly, yes, I would stop it. But no, Izzy's moving and jigging, and I've seen him do this before. So no, I wouldn't have stopped it, but I know him. Personally, I know him. And could he have come back from that? I don't know. I mean, can he land a one-punch knockout? Yes. Can he land a one-kick knockout? Yeah. He knocked out one of my students. He kicked him in the head and broke his ankle. I mean, you tell me about that. That's masterful stuff. But, in that case, at that level, I don't know. Will he beat Pereira in the rematch? Yes. 100%. That's my gut.
Tell us, if everything went perfectly the way you want them to in 2023, what would happen?
Okay, so we've got the World Championships in Serbia, of all places, in February. That's the Amateur World Championships for the IMMAF. Curtis Jenkins is going to go over there and retain his world title, just because he's getting better and better. Every time I see him step into the cage, he's better. His striking's come up, 2 or 3 levels. His jiu-jitsu is just on point, 100%. Carl Weber, awesome coach. Matt Tor, national coach. Yep, Jason Vorster. All these guys have put together a complete package. Curtis Jenkins, they call him the future. He really is, and he's the future of MMA for New Zealand. 2023, Izzy beats Pereira in the rematch, and then they'll have another one. And this is all just big money for them. Good, because that's what they're doing. They're professionals. They're not doing it for fanfare, and they're not doing it for free. I love George Foreman when they came back in the boxing, and some idiot American TV commentator said, "Oh, George, you love boxing so much, you're coming back for the art, for the sport." And he went, "No, I'm not. I'm coming back for the money. If I was coming back for the sport, you can reintroduce me as an amateur." You know, and that's it. So these guys can definitely make a very, very good living from it at the level that they're at. Pereira is a great fighter. Take nothing away from him. He's a class act. But if that first round had gone on for 10 seconds longer, he was done. And Izzy would have walked out of there with a title defence. So again, there's all the variables. Cricket doesn't have it. Even rugby and soccer don't have it. If you're 4-0 in a soccer match with 20 minutes to go, you can leave the stadium. In boxing and kickboxing and MMA, you can't. That's the beauty of it. And we've got the best fighters in the world. New Zealand has. I mean, I'm blowing, smoke up New Zealand's ass, but we have. And it's because of what we do with the people that we have. The indigenous people, the Māori people, the Polynesian people, and we've got some great Pākehā fighters in there as well, and Curtis Jenkins is one of them. We have a ton of them, and at the peak. Look at the other fighters that are in the UFC. So yeah, I mean, it's just full credit to all of them.
About 2023.
2023, they're all going to get better. Dan Hooker's got a fight coming up. And his last case, I mean, I don't know how he survived that knee bar. I mean, I was tapping looking at it. That's how horrible it was. But these people are just tough. And it's not just physically tough, mentally tough. Yes, I think they're all going to do super well. Yes, I think we're going to have more world champions at an amateur level as well in 2023. I think the sport's going to grow. Kickboxing-wise, yeah. We have some talent. There's one of them here tonight, and when I catch up with them, I'll introduce you to him. And he's just come in from Iran, Masood, and he is already a multi-world champion, kickboxing, Thai boxing. These people are going to ignite and light up the New Zealand scene again. You've got such great fighters. I mean, when I come in, just some of the people that I'm talking to who have stepped back a little bit and having a bit of a break and retired, get them back in the ring. Because that's where they belong. That's where they can showcase their skills. That's where we're going in 2023. This year's been good. Next year's going to be great.
Fantastic. Cheers, mate.
Thank you. All good.
Thanks for that.